How's everyone doing tonight? Good? Great. Fantastic. I'm just gonna make sure that everyone can hear me, and if not, I apologize. I don't know what's going on. See, here's the thing. This is weird. Someone's gonna have to maybe help me troubleshoot something that I have happening here every single time I do one of these. I set up the event, I set the time very specifically. I look at it, I watch the counter, the counter's counting down, and I go, okay, it's got like an hour or so before we get to start here. And then when I come and check it like 10 minutes later, for whatever reason, it says waiting on Fear Crawler. Hey, I didn't start streaming just yet. Why is it doing that? Somebody help me figure this out because I don't know why it's doing that. And it did it again. I just had to go reset it twice now, but I hope everyone can hear me out there. Happy Friday. Are you looking forward to the weekend? I know I am. Well, not really. I do have to work, like always. Although, interesting story. If you've been following my Twitter activity and my little rants and raves as of late, you'll see me complaining about work a lot, and that's because I am working crazy hours that I would not wish on my worst enemy. And recently, I was offered another position. I accepted the job. I got an interview last week on Friday. Today, I had the orientation. So after I got out of my real job, I went to this other place and did my orientation. And as I left, I had to go to this other job site that I work at, and they want to offer me a position. And it's weird because as I was on my way there, I got a text to my phone because there's an email for another job I applied to, and they said, we want to set up an interview with you. So now I'm extremely torn because I already told this one place that I accepted the position, and these two other positions just popped up and they actually pay more. And I would kind of feel really, really guilty if I turned down the position I just accepted for these other ones. I would feel really, really bad. So I don't know what to do. Somebody help me out with this because I have no idea what to do. I'm torn. I'm not gonna spend the whole live stream going on about that, I promise. But yeah, that was interesting day to day. Oh, and I got sunburned too. I am actually in real life, I'm very pasty white, and I was out in the sun, and now my face is kind of red, and I knew I shouldn't have been out in the sun. I'm not meant for sunlight, daylight. I need to just kind of stay in the cave here and just hide away from it. So I can feel the back of my neck is burnt too, and I don't like that. But anyway, hello everybody, and welcome. Oh, you guys in the chat are so sweet. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yes, 400 subscribers. That is why we are here. What was it? I think I didn't hit 100 subs until March, I think. So we're just 3 months later, and I've quadrupled that amount with everyone's help. Thank you guys so much. That's amazing. That is honestly, how? Think about that. Quadrupling your subscriber account, in just a few months. Incredible. Thank you guys so much. How's everyone doing? Good? Great. Fantastic. Awesome. I like that username, meow. So very happy for you and all your new subs. Thank you so much. Yes, Heidi, I found another job. Yes, you're right. You did tell me on I think May 21st, you said that I would be getting another job, and you're correct. You were not wrong, my friend. Carry temporary. Hello, fear cuddler. hello yourself. How you doing? Heidi says, I would say on the job front, go with the job that you think you'd be happier at. Less hours. Money doesn't seem to be a major issue for me. You're right, it's not. So maybe don't go for the one that pays more. Yeah, I'm kind of torn because I think I would like all three jobs because I wouldn't have applied for them if they didn't interest me. So now I'm just it might not come down to pay, it might come down to the hours I'm gonna end up working. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it for a couple of days. It's just I didn't honestly expect more than one company to approach me and offer me a job. I thought I was just gonna fill out applications forever and just wait. I mean, I've got tons of experience for various types of work, and I have really bad luck finding jobs for whatever reason. So that's why I get stuck at them for so long. Oh, Ashley the hippie is here. Congrats on 400 subs. Thank you so much. Thank you. Miss Monster is here. How are you? Miss Monster, how is your voice doing? You still coughing? If you guys caught a live stream that we did on this channel, I think maybe a little over a month ago, actually it might have been the I think it was the 200 subscriber live stream. I think it was either the 200 or the 300. I had a really bad cough, and I apologize for that. I was coughing so bad throughout it, and yeah, and somehow Miss Monster caught the same cold that I have. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it's true. She really did. So both not doing so good. Both not doing good. But I'm better now. I still have the cough though. It's been sorry. It's been like I don't know, what, almost 2 months now with this. So if you go back and listen to some of my other videos, you can actually hear that my voice doesn't sound so hot. I mean, it never does, but it was sounding particularly rough in the last few videos. So at least you guys could look past that, and I appreciate that. Yes, I spread my nasty germs through the internet. I'm sorry. The thing is that with the advances in things like technology, social networking, and things like that, it's amazing how the world, in a sense, has become very flat. So we're able to do things we couldn't do before, things that seemed impossible, illogical, and highly improbable and unlikely. And one of these is passing germs. We can actually do that through the internet. It's amazing. Sexy germs? No, not particularly, but okay. So what do you guys want to talk about? Me, I'm just here to say how thrilled I am that today's actually been a pretty good day. Well, I mean, you know, sunburn aside. So looking back at it, since now that we're, I mean, I say we because it's not just my channel, it's everyone's channel. Everyone that's subscribed that watches the videos, whether you love it or you hate it, it really is everyone's channel. So I'm just the guy with the voice that sits behind the microphone and rambles on and just incessant, incoherent babble. And some people enjoy that. I don't know why, but they do. Looking back at it, it was, like I said, it took me, I think, about 9 months to hit 100 subscribers. And I was actually starting to despair a little bit because I thought that I was seeing all these other channels that were getting like thousands and thousands of subscribers in a really short period of time. And I started thinking, hey, that should be me. I should be able to do that. And, you know, with YouTube, it's still kind of an enigma to me as to how it all works, as far as how some people get just tons and tons of subscribers and other people don't. And I mean, some people just, they have these amazing channels and they just don't seem to grow. And I don't understand it. It's so confusing. But I kept going. I'm still here. And thank you guys for coming along for the ride. I appreciate that. Heidi says, wear sunscreen. It's so important. Yeah, here's the thing. I actually didn't plan to go out today, and ended up going out, and there was not a lot of shade to hide in, and now I am sunburned. All right, Saltfisher14 is here. Hey, Fear Crawler. Oh, hello yourself. How are you? Oh, thank you, Ashley. Ashley says, I enjoy it. Your channel is amazing. Well, I don't think it's that amazing, but thank you so much. I appreciate that. Care Temporary, you got to go to work soon? Oh, thanks for stopping by. You just want to pop in and say congrats. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. Okay, next time I go out, yeah, I'll do the sunscreen. I just honestly, I wasn't planning on going out, and I kind of knew that I was gonna get sunburned, and yeah. So I'm gonna do the thing that like stupid people like myself do after the fact. Then they put on the sunscreen after they've been burned. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. Who says it's not amazing? It's my channel. Honestly, is just I don't know. Here's the thing. I just I just finished some audio for another collab I'm doing, and every time someone approaches me and they want to do a collab, I'm just shocked because I can't imagine why anyone would want to work with me. It's really kind of a crazy thing. And I um I was finishing it up last night, and after I sent it out, I'm like, oh, that sucks. I I was so terrified that when the other guy got it, that he was going to hate it. And he sent me an email back. He's like, no, it's good. And I was like, you kidding, right? So I don't know. Honestly, I think that when people say, oh no, your channel's great. I like your stuff. I have a hard time believing it. I don't know what it is. I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I really do. I do. I just, I don't hear it because every time I upload something, I listen to it. I'm like, yes, this sounds all right. And I upload it. I'm like, oh, that sounds terrible. I should just delete that video and start all over, you know? It's just the way I feel. That's just me. That's just me. Ashley says, yes, it is. You wouldn't be at 400 subs if it wasn't. Well, I mean, look, I'm glad that some people like what I do, and that's all that matters. Yes, Miss Monster, it's no secret I like Power Rangers, okay? Now, I'm not talking about the new film that just came out because that looks like a piece of garbage and I'm not going to see it. But something about that show, I'm just going to say I'll just say the first two seasons. Way back in the day, 1993, 1994, I enjoyed. Everything after that just felt like the same thing with different people, and essentially that's what it was. So, old school Power Rangers, thank you very much. Not the new stuff. OMG, but your stuff is so good. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So no, the gentleman I'm talking about is actually Deep Down Trauma Hound. If you don't know who he is, he's got a YouTube channel. He does how can I explain it? He does music, he does poems, he kind of does stuff that's almost like it's almost like short films. And it's creepy stuff. It's very much in the horror genre. And if you go and look at a video he did with Lush Bunny, and I talked about this on another live stream, I think the story that they did was called Curtain. Really, really freaking good. So check that out. I'm really looking forward to working with him. Like I said, I just sent him the audio today. I feel bad because we talked about it a while back, and I think it took me like 5 weeks to get the audio to him. So I apologize it took so long, sir. I just work's been kind of rough. Trust my subs? Oh, of course I gotta trust my subs. My subs are amazing. The original Power Rangers movie. I think you're talking about the one from 1995 that was filmed in Australia, I believe. And yeah, that really good movie actually. That one was a lot of fun. I liked it. The second one, which is Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, I actually contemplated walking out of the theaters when that one came out because it was so bad. And that was hard for me because I was a fan and I actually went to see that because Austin St. John was in it and I knew that he was going to be in it. So I was like, well, I'll see it just because he's in there. And that was the only reason I actually stayed there because he was original cast. So that was the only reason I watched to the end. But otherwise, I was stewing in my seat. It was as bad as when I saw the Matrix Revolutions. I hated that movie so much. It was so bad. I've never walked out of a movie, but I've been so close on maybe 2 or 3 occasions, and I just named 2 of them for you. Deep Down Trauma Hound is a great dude. Yeah, he actually really is. I wasn't sure what he'd be like talking to him, even like through emails and stuff like that, because he comes off as such a nice guy. But you watch his videos, and he's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. He gives me the chilly willies. Fear crawler gets the goosebumps from this guy. He's a little scary. A really nice guy though. Carrie says, when I was a kid, I was always Kimberly the Pink Ranger. Yeah, Amy Jo Johnson. Yeah, you are correct. Salt Fisher asks, do you like to fish? I do, but the last time I went fishing was more than 10 years ago, so it's been a really long time. I'd like to go again. Don't get me wrong. I don't have the time right now. You had a crush on the Red Ranger. Well, I think we all did. Yeah. I'm so I'm so not that way. But yeah. And then Jason Frank, later calling himself Jason David Frank, who played Tommy, originally the Green Ranger, later the White Ranger. Why am I talking about Power Rangers trivia? I have no idea. I'm just going to keep going with this. Um, he came on the show, and then all the ladies went gaga over him. And I mean, I thought he was a cool guy. He seemed like such a cool character on the show. And I'm just gonna say this, that the things I've seen from him in real life when they talk to him, and when he's on camera and he says things and he talks about like the show and stuff, he comes across as a real jerk. I hate to say it, but he seems like the most egotistical jerk. And I'm just gonna say it. And again, I'm a fan, but he is definitely not the character. Now, Austin St. John, the original Red Ranger, you look at his YouTube channel, it seems like the nicest guy in the world, very down to earth, very mellow, very humble. It seems like an awesome guy. He very much seems like his character. And I don't know what it is. You watch TV shows or movies, and the guys that play the nice guys are always the jerks in real life, and the guys that play the jerks in the movies are the nicest guys in real life. Why is that? Actually, the hippie wants to know, if I could travel anywhere in the world, where would I go? Right now, in this day and age, in this moment in time, I'm gonna have to say I do want to go to Tibet. I'd like to see the Himalayas. I I don't think it's gonna happen in my lifetime, but it's on the bucket list. Maybe Japan. I was in Japan briefly on a layover, so I didn't get to see much, but yeah, maybe someday I'll get back to it and get back to traveling. I just don't know. I just don't know if it's going to happen. Do I think it's a coincidence that the Black Ranger was black and the Yellow Ranger was Asian? Um, I'm going to say no, because if you watch the Japanese show, there's another thing that happened, is that the reason that the Yellow Ranger costume, the original one, Tui Trang played the Yellow Ranger. She unfortunately passed away in 2001 in a car accident, so that was very, very heartbreaking. They wanted more females on the show. In the Japanese show, the Yellow Ranger was actually played by a man, so it was, there was only one female for the Pink Ranger, and then the other ones were all men. So do I think that that had anything to do with, like, it was racist? No, because the TV show in Japan was all Japanese actors and actresses. So I don't think so. And Zach the Black Ranger, I think they honestly did it because the name matched. Zach Black. It was easy for kids to remember. I don't think that there's anything else beyond that. I really don't. No, racism. No, I don't think so. Just my thoughts. How can you send me a story? Do I have an email or something? Yeah, of course I got an email. You can either email to me on the email here on YouTube, or otherwise it's just fearcrawler@yahoo.com. You can just email it there. Make sure that you title it something. Just give it an interesting subject, because otherwise it's going to go into my spam box and I might not see it. Because everything that I have, all the social media that I have, I get a like, a comment, a message, a reply, whatever, it all goes to that email address, and it fills up pretty quickly. So yeah, just give it an interesting title so that way I can find it. And I live in the famous Morocco. Not so famous. No, Morocco sounds nice. I wouldn't mind seeing Morocco. I haven't traveled in a really long time. I work too much. You're always terrified to go of airplanes? Terrified of airplanes. Honestly, the very first time I went on an airplane, that was my phone. I apologize. The very first time I went on an airplane was I was maybe 20 years old. Scared the daylights out of me. And the first flight, and I was going overseas at the time, but the first flight was like a commuter flight, I think, from here to, I think I went to Denver. I was gripping the seat arms so tightly. I didn't want to eat anything. I didn't want to drink anything. I was so nervous. I was just terrified. It took something like 4, maybe 5 flights to get overseas, and I kind of got used to it. But that initial takeoff is just you go to a weird angle and you see the ground leave so quickly, and I just thinking about it right now just kind of gives me the willies. I don't know if I can. Yeah, we're gonna have to switch subjects now. But no, it's actually not that bad. I I just I just don't. I try not to think about it anymore. Last time I was on a plane wasn't that long ago, and I try not to think about it. Just gotta think about other stuff. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts. So Fisher is a big outdoorsman, and you're a rock climber too. I'd like to go rock climbing. I'm just afraid of falling. Just like you have all those like little things that you put on your bucket list that you want to do, and all those things you want to try. And rock climbing would be cool. Again, I explained on the last live stream, like heights and things like that. I just a little, just a little creepy. I just don't know. I think I could do it. I just not very big rocks. They'd have to be very small ones. You know what I mean? Just not big rocks. I've always wanted to try free running, like parkour. I just don't think I'd be very good at it. I'd probably break my hip or something. I don't know. I, I don't know how to describe it. It's the best way I can describe it. If I'm afraid of heights, I shouldn't watch the movie Everest. I haven't seen that one. What's my biggest fear? I would say heights, but it's actually probably falling from heights. I'm also afraid to drown. I don't know why. Have I ever been to Cedar Point? I don't believe so. They have indoor gyms. For like what, like rock climbing, things like that. We did actually. We had one here, and that was kind of big, and they actually closed it because it's on our lakefront here, and the price for everything was so expensive to go there, and they tried to make this city area so touristy, and it wasn't working out. So no, it failed and it closed. So I don't know. I'm going to assume that my stream like froze at some point during this conversation. I apologize. I'm just going to blame YouTube. I have nobody else to blame. I'm not going to blame myself because, well, that's just the kind of guy I am. Oh, love for burning to death? No, burning to death. Oh no. Like, are we talking like you set yourself on fire, like immolation, or what are we talking about? No, no love for burning to death. No. I think actually, you know what? The more I think about it, I think all types of dying are kind of scary. So, no, no thanks. Yeah, that is a fear. You're right. That is a fear. I'm afraid of dying. Fear of death. Fear crawler. That's me. If you guys hear a lot of background noise, I'm sorry. It's a Friday night. My entire block here is just bars and bars for the entire way down. It's just literally every corner has a bar on it here. It's terrible. So there's noisy people going back and forth right now. There's probably, but it was nice out today. Obviously, hence the sunburn. So there's a lot of motorcycles going by, and I apologize. I would go out there and shout at them, but then you guys would have to hang out here with nothing to listen to, and I don't know. I'd feel bad. You want to die in your bed? Well, what if dying in your bed is actually like the worst way to go? I mean, we'll never know, right? Yeah, let's stop talking about dying. Yeah, let's talk about let's talk about happy things, happy, cuddly, funny things. I don't know. Dying from being crushed to death, powerful hug from someone you love. That's how you want to go out? No, actually, I thought about it, and there's a video of there's a place called Rabbit Island, and if you go to YouTube, which I mean we're on right now, obviously, don't go off this video. Don't go off the live stream. I mean, just write this down, okay? Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Come on, I get lonely. Just type in like a bunny island, and you'll see people on this island is just overtaken by rabbits, and they'll be like shaking popcorn, and the bunnies will chase them, and that might be a really cool way to die. Death by bunny. I mean, there's lots of bunnies, around where I live. They're in my yard all the time, but I mean, not in that quantity. So no, don't go off the live stream. Just write it down, make a note, mental note, put it in your smartphone or whatever, or just we have this thing called pen and paper. Do you kids remember these things? Do you remember these existed at one point? Write it down and then check it out after the live stream. Okay, Bunny Island, I think, or Rabbit Island, something like that. If you put either one of those keywords in, you'll find it. You'll know what I'm talking about. Yes, changing the subject. My favorite place I've traveled. Oh, that's difficult because I've been to a lot of really amazing places. I mean, I've been to Indonesia, I've been to Malaysia, I've been to China, I've been to the Philippines. Um, I think I like them all equally, depending on which part of that area we're talking about. When I was in Indonesia, I was in Jakarta, and that was a really bad time to go because there's a whole bunch of economic turmoil there and a lot of rioting and stuff like that. So, but when I got into the mountains, it kind of reminded me of my city here in the fall time, and it was actually really beautiful. And that part of it, I really loved. Um, in China, I did go to the Great Wall. Amazing place to go. But when I went there, it was in the wintertime, and oh my goodness, was it cold. I got off the bus and immediately I ran over to a street vendor, and I bought like the thickest hat I could find and a pair of gloves and a scarf, and it was like really cheap. One of those like fake designer scarves. And I was like, yeah, just give me that one. That one looks nice and warm and fluffy. I'll take that one. Um, and in the Philippines, I actually liked the city. I was actually in Makati City, and I just liked the city itself. The food was terrific too. So there was something great about all of it. So I can't really honestly pick a favorite because I really loved everywhere that I traveled. Hey, Mr. Lonely Dark. Hi there, sir. Thank you so much for the congratulations. Yes, 400 subs. And you know what? I think in like 2 more weeks, that's where you will find yourself, sir. Round of applause for Mr. Lonely Dark. He, myself, and Gothic Librarian did a video collaboration not that long ago. It's on his channel. Please check it out. Give it a thumbs up. It's a great video. You'll see it. I believe it's a Slenderman story. And you know what you're hearing right now? Can you hear that in the background? That's the sound of my phone. That's so annoying. Hang on, guys. Okay, so here's the thing. That's not work calling, because if it was work calling, they would call my cell phone, so that's not work. Yeah, that's so annoying. I apologize. Salt Fisher, you'd love to go to Indonesia, good fishing? I wouldn't know, but probably. The Ring? What about The Ring? 7 days? Okay. No, 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 no. Let's not go there. 7 days. Yeah. Um, that's the point when you hand the phone to somebody else and you say, it's for you. Yeah, Mr. Lonely Dark, I don't think it'll let you put the link for the video in the chat, and I don't know why. Although, what the heck? Let me try something really quickly. Here, let's try it now and let me know what happens. I made you a moderator. I don't know if it'll let you do that or now or not. I could be mistaken. But try it now. Yes, Miss Monster also has the blue wrench of wonder. Yes, yes, you do. There, see that? Look at that. The magic of modding a chat. Look at that. That's amazing. Do I make revenue off YouTube or is it just a hobby? I make absolutely $0 and 0 cents off of YouTube. I started out doing this just for fun. I still kind of do it for fun. Thanks, Daddy. Mr. Lonely Dark. You know what? It's fine. It's cool. We're cool like that. We're good like that. We're chill like that. Cool. No, I do it as a hobby. I don't make any money from it. I think now you have to have 10,000 lifetime views to even enable ad revenue now on YouTube, and I'm not even close. And even if I was, I still wouldn't be making money because with the demonetization that's going on right now, I'd be lucky to get any ads playing. So no money, just a hobby. Although I was watching, I watched a Rob Dyke video the other day, and I watched a video by Vidith22, and they both had ads playing on them. So I made sure I just let the ad play, earn the guys like 10 cents or whatever. Yeah, I know. According to YouTube's info, it's technically made. Yeah, that's the the $2.09. Yeah, they do the same thing. If you go to like my social blade, it'll say that they assume I made X amount of revenue. I haven't made anything. There's no money going to me at all. $2 be my sugar daddy. Miss Monster, knock it off. What genres of music do I like? All kinds. I don't know. Let me try to sum it up. I like I listen to a lot of death metal. I listen to a lot of Christian metal. It seems kind of weird, right? I understand. I know that seems like it's contradictory, but I do because I think that they both come from a very passionate place. I like music from the 80s. I like atmospheric music. I like jazz. I love blues. I love dark wave stuff like Depeche Mode or She Wants Revenge or terrific bands. I listen to Mortis, who I think you could maybe say that maybe like only like one album that he did was actually dark wave. The other ones are more like industrial metal. Yeah, almost every type of music I'll listen to. So I'm very broad. Miss Monster is just giving you a hard time. Just relax. Don't worry. Yeah, I do. I actually do listen to a lot of death metal. And that's what's weird about it is that people would think that I wouldn't listen to that type of stuff, but I listen to bands that people, some people know of and some people haven't heard of. Like when I watched the very first video I watched of Deep Down Trauma Hounds, I was like, hey, this kind of reminds me of the Burzum albums that he released back in the 90s when he was in prison and would do everything with synthesizers. He's like, hey, yeah, I like Burzum. And I'm sure other people were listening to that, or I should say reading that, and were like, what's Burzum? Burzum is a black metal band. If I say bands like I don't know, Graveland or Cold, or um, if I throw out like goth metal bands from the 80s, like Sisters of Mercy, people usually have no idea who I'm talking about. So I try not to talk too much about those bands because people have no idea what I'm talking about. So the conversation doesn't go anywhere. What did you miss? Oh, you didn't miss much. 13 shark scan fly. Try to say that really fast. It's really hard to say. That's a mouthful. Ever listen to Christian rap? You're probably talking about bands like Grits. What's another one? Yeah, there's a lot of them. KJ52. I saw him in concert. He's actually really funny. He seemed like a really cool guy. The reason I'll explain the reason I listen to that stuff isn't because I'm a Christian. The reason I listen to that type of music is because I know it comes from a very positive place, and that's why I enjoy it. But I mean, there's Christian bands that if you listen to them and you didn't know they were a Christian band, you'd never know. Honestly, I mean, if you listen to Mortification, or if you listen to like Devil Wears Prada, and some of the stuff that Blindside did, you'd never know that those are Christian bands. Yeah, the guy from Burzum did kill someone. Yes, he did. He stabbed him with a sword and he went to prison for it. So yes, yes. Although I'm going to say that the prisons in his home country are not like the prisons here. You know, you basically get to you're almost like under house arrest basically. The only thing that he couldn't have is he couldn't have musical instruments, so everything he had to do was on synthesizers, which is why those albums were all like that. You like Switchfoot? Oh, I like Switchfoot. Switchfoot are good too. Amberlin's another good one. I mean, we could go on and on about bands that I like. Um, Further Seems Forever is another good band. I actually just found out recently that the John Bunch, who was the singer only on one album for them, an album I actually really like, which was the album Hide Nothing. He committed suicide a year ago, and that just what's going on with musicians killing themselves? I found that out just a couple of weeks ago. That sucks so bad. But I promise we're not gonna just spend this whole stream talking about music, because I honestly I would go on forever. Yes, Mr. Only Dark, there is Christian rap. Yes, there is. There's also Christian metal that honestly, if you listen to it, you'd have no idea that it was a Christian band. Um, I mean, here's the thing, if you go on YouTube, since we're obviously here right now, if you look for a band called Like David, um, they have an album called It Started with 12, and that's a Christian band, and it's a Christian metal band. And if you listen to them, they're actually really freaking good. And they only did 2 albums, but I really enjoyed their stuff. My favorite song off that album is called Suffer to Reach. So I don't know, check it out. You'll find it. It's really good. Another good band is just since we're naming bands here, another one that only released one album is a band called Istra. The album is called One Cold Way. Really, really good album. Very, very energetic. Very, very, very good music. If you would want to headbang, hey, headbang away to it. You know what really grinds my gears? Man buns. Ew, nasty. No, I agree with you. Was he part of the 27 Club? No, he was not. John Bunch was he was 46. Yep, that's right. Life imprisonment, can only use synthesizers. Yeah, that was his punishment. Yeah, Burzum, that was his punishment. Buzz cuts for life. Oh my gosh. It's been like, so for the last 40 minutes, what have we talked about? We talked about like fears. We talked about, which I mean, obviously very appropriate. We talked about music, talked about fishing and traveling. Boy, oh boy, we are so, I don't know if we'll ever pick a topic and stick to it, but that's okay. We're here together. That's all that matters. Hyenas have mohawks on their back. Yes, they do, and it's kind of weird looking. I I had never heard hyenas laugh before until I watched there's a nature documentary on, I don't remember what channel it was or why I was watching it, but they were, I can't remember what animal these hyenas were killing, but it's the creepiest thing to see the most ugly putrid looking dog you've ever seen that looks like it's got the worst case of mange ever, ripping apart another animal and sounding like it's laughing. It's creepy stuff. What would I sell my soul to the devil for? Absolutely nothing. There is nothing that Satan could give me that is worth my soul. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's not even a thought in my head, to be honest with you. The Lion King has the scariest hyenas. I thought they were kind of funny, actually. That's my safe space is the Disney Channel. If I'm ever feeling like I'm having like a really rotten day and I need to detox and I don't know what to do with myself, Disney Channel is always a good standby. There's always something fun on there to watch and mellow you out. Yeah, I know. I listen to watch the Disney Channel. Yeah, I do. Okay, shut up. I like it. Okay, it's my safe space. College students need their coloring books and their puppies. I need Disney Channel. Okay, everyone's got a vice. My favorite Disney movie and my favorite Disney song. Favorite Disney movie is it's a toss up between the original A Goofy movie from 1995 or from 1998 because I saw it twice in theaters was Mulan. So favorite song is either going to be Eye to Eye, which was done by Tevin Campbell for the original A Goofy movie, not the sequel from 2000, mind you. Or it's going to be I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan, which was, I think Donny Osmond did the singing voice for. You're translating something into Latin for me. Okay, I will, yeah, I'll wait for that. No problem. Well, 445 girl, Hive here. Hello yourself. How are you tonight? How's everyone doing? Everyone good? Everyone have a great day? Yeah, it was just Don. See, look at that. I know. See, like my brain isn't totally fried. See, look at that. It was Donny Osmond. Do I speak any other languages? I speak a few words in Mandarin and Cantonese. I know maybe 4 words in Tagalog and a little bit of Japanese. Not a lot. I haven't practiced it in a really long time, so I'm very rough with it. Not too much else, really. I never got fluent in any other language, so I don't know if it was just laziness or just a lack of time, but it could be a little bit of both. Salt Fisher speaks a little Spanish. Yeah, I think you're spending time watching Dora the Explorer, and yeah, you'll learn some. Translate that, I dare you. Do I have to? Wait, if you're fluent in Canadian. Yeah, me too. Let's see here. Poutine. What else is there? Mounty. Do you guys have maple syrup up there? I think ours is probably better if you do. You took Spanish in school? Why? Dora the Explorer is so much better. You'd learn so much more from that. You'd retain more. No, I'm not. I'll Google Translate that later. I will. I'm a little afraid because when you put a warning before a translation, I just have to wonder what it's going to lead me to. So I'll translate that later. $13 is Latin for stingrays. That's interesting. So I'm going to assume that has something to do with your username. I'm just going to assume that. Very interesting. And again, I'm pausing because hear that? You hear that? That's the sound of me being an inconsiderate jerk and bumping my pop filter. I'm sorry. Oh no, this fake coffee stuff is like lukewarm now. Oh, that's not even good. What language would I like to learn if I had the time? Definitely Japanese because I think it's a fascinating language.
Second choice would be Tagalog because I want to visit the Philippines again. That handsome crawler is here. Oh, thank you, Dolly. I appreciate that. So DJ Dolly, who is now Dolly Vampira or Vampira or however you want to say it, we did a video. I was that like 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago. Check out her channel, absolutely. But she's here. Oh, all the gang's all here. You know, it's really cool. It's really cool for me to see people that that I know pop up. You know, that way I don't feel like it's just. At least I know that it's not. I'm not getting like botted or anything like that. Don't bot me. Please don't bot me. Don't bot my channel, please. So it's nice. I don't have a bunch of like trolls popping up or things like that. I have like people that I consider friends showing up here. So that's awesome. Mr. Lonely Dark, you Japanese was your major? Why'd you stop? Hey guys, Swamp, where Steve Harvey? What? Okay, what? No, why? What is that? Now everyone's just gonna type weird things into the chat. Is that what we're doing now? No, don't bot me, please. Don't bot me. Okay, Dolly. Yeah, you take your time with what you gotta do. So here's what I want to do. Here's what the direction that the channel is going to go in the next couple of months. Since I am changing jobs because I can't take working 80 hours a week anymore, I simply can't, or working these weird yo-yo hours that just make no sense to me. What's going to happen is that videos are going to happen more often and they're going to be more regular. So I hope you guys are okay with that. I also hope you guys are okay with the fact that some of the videos are going to be a little longer. I'm not going to go into the realm of making like 30-minute, 40-minute videos because I think that's I'm not the type of guy that can sit on one video and just work on it that long. It's just not my thing. I want to get, you know, I like variety. So, but yeah, that's definitely going to be happening. So I do appreciate everyone being so patient with me the last couple of months because, oh my goodness, my schedule has just been awful. But yeah, more videos are coming. I know that this has been a very light month for scary stories. I don't think I put out more than just like 2 or 3 scary videos this month. I'm sorry. Well, I should say last month since we're now in June. But this month I'm going to make up for it. So, you know, there's that to look forward to. Salt Fisher, you got to run. Oh, all right. Well, take care, man. Yeah, if I'm still here, pop back in. What's my job? I'm actually a security supervisor. Well, right now. So that means doing all kinds of nonsense. If I, you know, payroll, schedules, audits. We got to work posts sometimes. Actually, lately a lot of time because we're so understaffed at work. So no, I'm not police. Oh, you got a ticket? Oh, okay, Heidi, you're funny. Yeah, Miss Monster gets tickets all the time. Yeah, I'm the fake police. I am not a security. Okay, I'll set the record straight. I'm not a security guard. I'm a security officer. A security guard is an old man with a flashlight that's hired to work for a company. The company that he works at, that he does security for, is the company that he works for directly. I am state licensed and I work under contract, and I'm contracted to different sites, which makes me a security officer. That is the difference. That's just the way I'll say that. You're all under arrest. Yeah. Paper shredder crawler. Yeah, that's me. Cuff me, baby. We're changing topics here on that note. Officer Fear Crawler. Yeah. You work a lot, by the way? Yeah, I do. I work way too much, and that's why part of the reason I'm not no, I'm not triggered by being called a security guard. It's that there is a difference, and there's a reason why in the industry they use the term security guard or security officer. If you go back to the history of private security, and you know of companies like Pinkerton, which is the oldest one, which actually got bought out, I think Securitas bought them out, so they actually don't exist anymore. They were started out as a form of private police, and that's why they started. They didn't want to have to put people through police training. They want to have more variety. They want to be able to have greater numbers, and they want to have something that could act in a similar in a police role that were not police. So that's why that was their answer. That was the solution. So no, I'm definitely not triggered. No, it's just I'm clarifying. I'm saying the record straight. I'm making the distinction between a security guard and a security officer. Whereas security guard, and let's say a company hires me and I get licensed, that means I work specifically for that company and I do work at that company. That's a security guard. Security officers are licensed by the state that they work in and they're contracted out. Security officers also carry things like OC spray. They're allowed to carry handcuffs. They go through like DAT training, which is defense and arrest tactics and all that other stuff. So there is a distinction. But let's talk about something else. I know you're just kidding, Mr. Lonely Dark. I know you're just kidding. And here's the thing. I mean, I take a lot of pride in what I do. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing it as long as I have, you know. Winters here are terrible. Yeah, the winters here are unbearable. When we get into January, yeah, we're talking like we get like, 10 below. Sometimes with the wind, you can get like 20 below. And I want to say back in the early 90s, it once got to, once in a while we get these winters where they give you those advisories on TV and they say don't go out unless you have to, because otherwise it could kill you. So yeah, bad day to go jogging, but people do it and then they end up dying. It's sad. Okay, let's stop talking about the handcuffs in the chat. Let's talk about something else now. Let's change the topic. Let's talk about something else. No, Heidi, you're gonna have to translate that because I think you're using Celsius. You're gonna have to translate that into Fahrenheit for me because I'm talking about Fahrenheit. Cuff crawler. Oh, here we go again. No, let's talk about something else. Now, if anybody wants to come on the stream, just let me know, and I can actually send you the link. I can, if you've got me on Twitter, I'll just send you the link. So, yeah, if you want. I mean, you don't have to, but just a thought, just throwing it out there. -40. I mean, we've hit close to that, but I don't know if we've done that in my lifetime, but we have hit close to that. That's right. I don't understand the ways of Canada. Why do you guys have to do things the way you do them? Somebody explain it to me. I understand that if you listen really close to the border there, you can hear you guys sharpening your ice skates, planning to come down and, overthrow our government. Kind of scary. Kind of scary. I'm just going to say this. Vidith, he defected to our side, okay? So we've got Vidith, okay? So back it off. Back off. Poutine, that is delicious. I have that for dinner like once a month, sometimes twice a month. I love it. Those of you that don't know what poutine is, it's the most delicious blend of everything bad for you. So you basically take French fries, cheese curds, and you cover that with brown gravy. It's delicious and so bad for you. And it makes you really, really sleepy after you eat it. Very heavy on the stomach, but good. Yeah, Heidi's right. We do have milk bags here. They're just not very common. I remember when those first came out, I was like, why would anyone put milk in a bag? That's so weird. Why would anybody do that? I don't know if it's that it stores better. Does it stack easier? Is it easier for transport? I wouldn't think so. Anyway, let's talk about something else. No, we're not talking about milk bags anymore. So what do you guys want to see more of? I mean, I've got a pretty, I'm just going to say, I feel I have a pretty decent variety of videos on the channel right now. There's short stories. We've got the different like Reddits that I do. There's paranormal. There's like 1 or 2 cryptid stories. There's what do you guys want to see more of? Because every once in a while I'll run a poll on Twitter, and then people say, yeah, we want to see this, this, and this, and then sometimes I'll put that video out that people asked for, and sometimes it does great and sometimes it doesn't. So what do you guys want to see? No, I won't say that to Feargen. No, I will not. I like him too much. Yes, I say let's talk about something else after every subject you guys bring up, because it just sometimes the topic gets very, very out of hand. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Background noise. Way too much background noise. Sorry about that. And now my computer went all wonky. Go to get a beer. No, here's the thing. All right. I don't drink beer. I drink root beer. That's it. I don't drink alcohol. A video about my experiences in security. I think you brought that up last time, and I'd like to. I just have to write it all out, and that's going to take me a while. So I don't know. Would anyone actually be interested in that? I mean, really? Anybody? A long paranormal video. I could do that. Which reminds me, I need to grab a bottle opener. Nice. I do like the paranormal stories. I think they're probably my favorites. I'm just gonna say on a side note, because I mentioned in the last live stream that I was saying thank you to Rainbot for giving me a shout out in that video that she did. I was going to submit a video to this other collaboration thing she was doing, where you just kind of talk about your channel and you just make like a little short 60-second or less video. I actually started making one, and then I got into it for a while, and then I hated it, and I just deleted it. And you might say, "Why, if you're a crawler, why would you do that?" Well, here's the reason why. I didn't like it. I thought it sucked, and I deleted it. End of story. I just didn't think it would stand out or do the channel any justice or make anyone interested in it. So I just decided better off just to not do it. Hey, Fear Crawler, I can send you a long fictional story if I want to narrate it. Yes, absolutely. Fearcrawler@yahoo.com. No, I do not have a Gmail address. Yeah, send it to me, and again, give it a really interesting subject, because otherwise it's going to end up in the spam box and I won't see it. Please. And everyone's talking about cider now. Mess Monster. Now. Yeah, paranormal is nice. Yeah, it's nice. I like how you wrote that. Root beer. Yes. Why so much emphasis on the root and not enough on the beer? Try writing stories. I actually do have 3 short stories on the channel. So it's weird, because I clearly write in the description that I wrote those, and then people ask, "Did you write this?" I'm like, yes, I wrote that. Carrie Temporary gotta go. Saying congratulations. Thank you so much. Take care now. Stop by again real soon. Don't leave me, guys. I'm gonna be sad. Well, guys, we're an hour into this. You want me to keep going, or what do we want to do here? I don't want to drag this out if you guys are getting bored. I'll definitely keep going, but only if you guys want me to. I don't want to overstay my welcome. You know what I mean? But yeah, back to the thing about the short stories. I'd like to put more on the channel, but I just don't have the time to write more. I simply don't. I mean, maybe. Oh, Heidi, you want to get in on this? Hang on a second. Give me just a moment. I have to type something. Let's see here. And where am I here? Oh, I'm looking at my inbox right now, and I just realized there's another collab I'm supposed to be doing that I did not finish that I definitely got to do. So I will absolutely have to get my butt moving on that. I'm sorry if anybody's listening and we've got like a collab going, and um if I didn't get around to it just yet, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I have been so flippin' busy with work that it's almost impossible for me to get everything done. But there, link is sent. So yeah, I mean, please be patient. It takes me a couple of weeks, but I do prioritize your stuff more so than my stuff because I don't want to let you down. How much can I bench? I actually addressed this in the last live stream. I can't do a lot because I have a bad rotator cuff. So I don't like bench pressing so much as I like things like body weight exercises, push-ups, and free weights and things like that. So I have to be really careful with the certain types of lifting because the left arm is fine. It's the right arm. The shoulder is it. Some days it's got great days and it's got some really bad days, and that's because I had a really bad dislocation when I was about 21, and I did something you're never supposed to do, and I actually popped it back into the socket myself, and I didn't seek medical attention, and I messed it up. So I hear a lot of popping, crackling, and what's going on? Hi there.
Hey,
Hello.
have you had that injury checked out?
No, I don't want to. Doctors will poke it.
Yeah, that's how they poke it, and then you're on the road to recovery.
Yeah, but there's the poking part.
Yeah, and then there's the healing part.
Dolly just takes a vampire bath and she's back again. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's Oh, Dolly, do you use those bath bombs? You can get like red bath bombs, and then it looks like you're taking a bath in blood.
I think she might have been talking about the real thing. I'm not 100% certain.
No,
I'm
she watches it's Black Friday, so she knows about the bath bombs, I suspect.
I'm just going to err on the side of caution. I don't like to assume things. So how are you?
Pretty good. How have you been? You're at 400 subs.
Fantastic. Top of the world, 400 subs. Woot woot.
That's good. You deserve it. I'm glad I know your channel was going really slow for a long time. That was before I subbed to you, and then I watched some of your videos, and I was like, oh, that sucks. You should have way more.
I appreciate that.
And then I tried promoting your channel to the best of my ability because I was at less than you were. So I mean, with the audience I was able to reach, I did my best.
Oh, I appreciate that. It must have worked because I mean 400 subs, that's awesome.
It's weird. You started going up. It was like right around the same time. It was very coincidental. Like your channel started going up fairly steadily after that because you hit 200 like within a couple of weeks, and then you hit 400 now, which is only that's been like a month and a half since then. That's pretty good.
I'm just going to say it was because of you. Let's just do that. Just say it was
I don't
because
think.
of you.
No, I think it's because of Miss Monster because
That could be.
she told me to go check your channel because I hadn't yet.
Well, then we'll just say it's because of both of you. We'll say it. We'll do it that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember you had a video. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was the first video I watched. It was about it was like from the first person's perspective of a drug addict.
Oh yeah,
And
the addict. Yeah.
you're gonna take this much, and like if I overdose, it's okay. The paramedics will come up, they'll hit me with that adrenaline, and then it'll be all good. But then they don't give him the adrenaline, and he's really confused why they're not giving him the adrenaline. And then they put him in a body bag, and he's like, "No, no, what are you doing? Just give me the adrenaline." And then they zip him up in the body bag, and he freaks out because he doesn't realize that he died.
Yep.
That one was. I was really really impressed with that one.
Yeah, I wrote that.
Did you?
It says so right in the description. That's yeah. I was just
Oh,
talking about how
wow.
I like the three short stories are on there. Um, those the driver, the homecoming, and the addict. I wrote all three of those.
Oh wow. I should
Yeah.
watch the other
So
one. I
Yeah.
didn't really
So
watch in any kind of order. I think I watched
yeah,
some of the most popular ones.
I was surprised that anyone actually liked any of those because I after I uploaded, I'm like, no one's gonna like this. It's I just I don't know. I was
No, yeah,
just
you have
trying something different.
more credit than that.
Just trying something different.
I think you should do more of those. I
Thank
think
you.
I'm like if I was any good at writing, I would write my own works also.
And
'Cause I feel
you and I worked on a video too.
yeah.
So I mean, isn't it? It's weird. Somebody once commented in a chat somewhere. I think it might have been on Swamp Dweller's live stream. He's like, "Isn't it weird how all the narrators know each other?" And I thought, well, kind of, in kind of a way, not because we all sort of work with each other and promote each other's channels. So that's how it works.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a community. In the horror narration community, it's pretty tight knit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's we're not like there's other communities out there that you think might be, but they're really not. Like the gaming community, people are always
Oh,
attacking each other. That's kind of an ugly thing, and I don't know. I'm glad we're for the most part the horror narration channel is not like that. The community is not like that. So
I found this is only my personal experience, but I found the gaming community to be very, very chummy and very kind of clicky. Like I don't know, there was these group of gamers that I was following and I tried to kind of like talk with them and kind of like get in with them and not for like ulterior motives. I just like wanted to make friends in the gaming community and it was just like a no-go. Like I was constantly stonewalled by most of them.
that sucks.
Well, there's this one guy, there's this really cool guy. He lives in the same city I live in, which I was really surprised to find out. He has a decently big channel. He's somewhere in the 102,000 range. And I don't know if he does a whole lot of gaming videos anymore, but primarily that's what he used to do. And his name is Hoodie Panda, and he's actually a really good guy. He's like very down to earth. He doesn't like the idea of like fans. Like his motto is always like friends, not fans. And yeah, I started talking to him on Twitter, and he actually like tweeted me back. And oh, there, Miss Monster knows who he is. Yeah, he's a really good guy. Yeah, he lives in Edmonton, Miss Monster. So he was one of the people that talked to me. There's another guy, I think he's in Toronto, another gamer. His name is The Authentic, and he's a super super nice guy. So those two actually talked to me, but they never really regarded me as a Let's Player. They just kind of or I don't know, YouTube gamer, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, then a couple of their friends, I was like, oh, these guys all seem really cool. I'll try talking to all of them. But yeah, like those are pretty much the only two guys that didn't kind of stonewall me. And then I kind of just lost interest. So I mean, that was my personal experience with the gaming community. It kind of seems hard to break into.
That's unfortunate.
And yeah, it is unfortunate because it's like people who go online and play games. You would think it would be a lot more casual.
I mean, yeah, you would think so, especially since the if people are online and they're doing stuff online, they're doing like online gaming, they're gonna run into other people playing games. You would think that they'd be like, create more friends, and that's why I mean, I have an Xbox and I'll do online gaming once in a while, but some people just, I don't know, they just can't figure out that some things are just a game and that you're supposed to have fun, and they get all angry and I don't know, just very ugly about it. So no, I mean, I'll watch some gaming channels too, but I'm very selective on which ones I watch. If I think the guy's personality or the girl's personality is good and they seem like a genuine person, then I'll watch their live streams or I'll watch their channel. But if they don't, then I won't even bother.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like they have to. Yeah, like they have to have that attractive personality to make you want to watch them. Well, I always like when I first got into like games on YouTube, like the whole concept of it was just like it was like very beautiful to me. Like you go like as a viewer, you go online and you watch these people play games and like if they have a face cam or even just their dialogue in general, like they're supposed to give you the feeling like you're there hanging out with them and playing the game with them. So like And you know, like for a lot of people, that's good because I know the gaming community, it catches a lot of flack because it's like, well, that's really stupid. Why wouldn't you just play the game yourself? Like, okay, well, that's certainly one way to look at it. I'll give you that. But also, some people feel like they're intimidated by games. Some people don't like playing games. Some people don't have access to games, but they still like just sitting and watching a game, or they like watching another person play a game. So just so like games on YouTube or games on Twitch, like that kind of like that really gives you all you need. And then I know a lot of people, because I know what I did when I was doing games. I would always encourage people to go try the game for themselves, and a few people did, I think. But like yeah, I always really liked the concept of like let's plays. It always seemed really nice to me. And that's kind of what got me motivated to do YouTube in the first place, because I feel like that's the only thing I could do. Like I'm not an overly creative person. I couldn't think of like what else I could do. But I was like, well, you know, I can record myself playing a game and I can try and make it entertaining. Like I can certainly do that, and then hopefully some people will enjoy it.
And now you're narrating horror.
Now narrating horror. I kind of went the way of Cryotic, except backwards. He started out and then he ended up just doing games.
13 Sharks Can Fly. You gave me a shout out in your video. Thank you. Let me know when you upload that. Send me the link.
Yeah.
Send me the link. Don't delay. Upload today.
Because the gaming community seems better than it is. It does seem better. It might just depend on I don't know, like who you meet, I guess. Like I'm sure there are really cool people that are always open to like new YouTube game channels, or like new people in the community. Like
I almost wanted to do a gaming channel, but then I realized a couple of things. One, I suck at video games, even though I've been playing them for a very long time. And two, then I'd have to show my face, because everyone wants the face cam thing is what everyone's doing, and I don't want to do that. I like anonymity. I like my privacy.
yeah, you don't have to do a face cam.
Yeah, but those are the ones that do the best. I mean, the other times, you know, then it's just the person running around shooting the gun. It's always like younger people doing it, and I'm fear crawler getting old. You know, I just
You're only as old as you feel.
yeah, I feel like 100 most days. So
That's okay. I used to feel like I was like 95. I actually feel younger now than I have in a really long time.
I wake up with those old like injuries from like a long time ago. Like, oh, what was that? Was that old tennis injury? What is that? Oh, why does that hurt today?
Oh no.
Why is that? Okay, 13 Sharks Can Fly. Are you doing that Latin thing again? What are you doing? And Mr. Only Dark says, it's not like people would recognize you unless you got crazy big. Well, that's true. It's not even that. The thing is that I think that I like to keep certain parts of my life separate from YouTube.
Oh, for
And
sure.
once you open yourself up to people in that way, and people start to identify with you, especially if they have a face to go with a voice to go with the channel, they don't necessarily disconnect from you. They can't make the distinction between this person has a life outside of this. This is the person that likes their space, likes their privacy. They start to think that, well, this person is on my phone anywhere I'm in my house. So they're essentially with me everywhere I go. And then if you would get to like a public meetup or something like that, people would forget that there are boundaries. And it's not that I would ever think that my channel would ever get that big, because I like to be very, very modest about it. Because I mean, if it grows, great. If it never gets above 400 subs, so what? I'm glad that I have the people that I have. But if it ever got really big, I would honestly worry about, you know, that those boundaries would just become thinner and thinner, and that I worry about my family's safety and things like that. It's just something that in the way the world is lately, you can never be too careful. So
For sure.
that, and I just kind of want the channel to grow as it's going to grow. I don't want it to be because of something or another. If I mean, I'm an average looking guy. I mean, so I don't want people to, you know, if anyone ever had the thinking that Fear Crawler was an attractive individual, I wouldn't want the channel to grow because of my attractiveness. But since that's not the case, kids, since it's the opposite, it's quite the polar opposite. I don't want to detract from the channel either. You see what I'm saying? So I'll leave it at that.
It's I don't think you have to. I don't think that's something you have to worry about because I don't know. I feel like the type of content we do, it doesn't really attract like really young, like overly young people. Like you're not going to be bombarded by a bunch of like 14-year-old girls like coming to your channel to see
Oh
what
man, I flip and hope
the
not. I flip and
face
hope
review.
not.
And those are, and like honestly, that's the type of that's the demographic that would like flip out over you being like handsome and would like you because of that. So that's
See,
why
but that I would also be. But see, if I did, I would be disappointing them because again, polar opposite now. Polar opposite.
no, you
So,
wouldn't be.
so if you
Like
made a game,
like
if
I don't
you
know what your demographic chart looks like. I know mine is mostly like actually I haven't checked it in a really long time, but last time I checked it was like women from 18 to 24 and men from like 20s to like the 30s and 40s. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I,
I don't know if that's like a horror
I,
community.
yeah, I checked mine. It's my viewership used to be like right down the middle. It used to be like 50-50. Now it's mostly men, and I think it's like what was it like? I literally just checked it before. I think it was like 60% men, 40% women, I think. And I didn't really look at the age demographics because that kind of fluctuates a lot. So, but the thing is that you're also assuming it's just gonna be the ladies. What if it's the guys? You never know. It's a brave new world out there. So I don't know. I just again, it comes down to a privacy thing and me wanting to keep the channel separate from because the honestly, when you get down to it, if you look at any good horror narrator that's out there, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of ourselves in our channels and in our videos, but when you have a channel and you have your narration, you have your style that you do it in, that's a persona. That is not technically who you are in real life. Yeah, it's your voice, but still you're still putting on an act. It's a performance. That's
Somewhat,
not
yeah.
there is a degree of that is a performance. So it's not that's not technically who you are. So again, I want to keep that separate.
That's true. Yeah, I feel like there's no real way around that. Like as soon as you put a camera in your face, or in your case, like a microphone, I guess, in if you never want to do a face reveal, yeah, like it's you might not even notice it, but you do kind of change a bit. Like it's really strange. I don't know how or why, but yeah, like it happens, and it's not entirely avoidable. Because I feel like yeah, the videos I have where I actually do show my face, like even though I feel like that's me, if I went back and watched them, I'd feel like no, that's a little bit exaggerated. That's like mostly me, but I don't know, something's different, and I feel like it's only different because I'm in front of a camera.
No, it's true. It's kind of like I think you can look at it like that. Whenever you go on that first date and you really want to impress the person, so you always become like your perfect self. And then after a while you get comfortable with the person and then, you know, next thing you know, you don't care about anything. So I think it's kind of like that. Just my thinking. Just my thinking.
Oh, I didn't look at the chat. Oh, Mr. Lonely Dark says, couldn't your looks be your security?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I kind of look like my avatar, so
I'm pretty sure you look nothing like your avatar.
I kind of look a lot like I look that
Gosh.
was see that's me before I wash my face in the morning.
What happens to you when you sleep?
Uh it's dark here. A lot of stuff happens in the dark.
Oh god.
That's all I'll say about that.
Your avatar is Einstein if he was a cryptid. Oh yeah, I can see that.
That's Cryptidstein.
Cryptid.
Are we talking about cuffs again? No, no, no. Let's change the subject now. Come on now. No handcuffs. Come on.
I thought that conversation left with Carrie. Apparently not. It lives on.
Oh, it's making a comeback. It's back with a vengeance. Don't start. You know, it's a good thing that my channel isn't big enough to start trending, because next thing you know, handcuffs will be trending on Twitter. So, jeez.
Oh God. I feel no. I feel like this is a joke that gets revisited once in a while. With Oh God, who was it last time? I think last time it was me, Carrie, and Hitch. And then oh God, no, there was other times. I don't remember the other times. I think Carrie just she finds a way to make us bring up cuffs. I don't know how she does it.
Oh boy. I almost want to put that as a tag on this video now, but I don't think I should.
Oh, like a banned word.
No, because then I'm worried that it's gonna end up being like grouped into these other videos that are totally unrelated, and people are like, oh,
Oh
fear,
no.
fear crawler. All I was doing was
You're not wrong, Mr. Lumpy Dark. Oh God, that's funny. Oh, I should elaborate on that thing. When I said earlier that like everybody gets a ticket. Oh, that you're the police and everybody gets a ticket.
Yeah, elaborate.
Do you watch Let's Read?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. He did a video recently. What was the topic? I think it was just police stories. And yeah, it was really funny. I was watching it on a Skype call with some people, and I don't think Carrie was there, but we told her about it afterwards. But anyways, I was watching it with a really good friend of mine, Axeman Cartoons. He's a really good friend of Let's Read. So while he was working, I was like, "Oh, do you want to watch Let's Read's video from today?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So we were listening to it, and it was like the first 2 or 3 stories while Let's Read is reading. He says, "Oh, this and this happened. She got a ticket," and it just became, he said it like 3 times in a row, 3 stories in a row. And then at one point, Axeman, every once in a while, even though it didn't get brought up again in the later stories, every once in a while, just out of nowhere, Axeman would be like, "She got a ticket." It's just, he does it in like his impersonation of Let's Read's voice, and it was just the funniest thing.
That's awesome.
So then that became like a joke between us. We'd be talking about something, and then we'd be like, "He got a ticket."
That reminds me of one that Rob Dyke did. It was about like strange coincidences, and
Oh yeah.
a story about a Capuchin monk that kept showing up whenever this guy was trying to commit suicide.
Oh, I remember
And it
that.
was, and every other comment on the video was, "I was about to thumbs down this video, but then I was stopped by ... the Capuchin monk."
Oh, that was a really good video.
That really was. That was actually, I think that was the first video of Rob Dyke's I ever watched. That was when I actually first started working for this company, a little over 2 years ago. I was on these 12-hour shifts, and there was not a lot to do. I literally had to sit in a patrol vehicle in an abandoned parking lot that was next to an abandoned building and just make sure no one was trespassing. And there were 12-hour shifts, and there was nothing to do. It was in like the worst area because there was like no traffic there. So yeah, I was doing this all day, was just 12 hours watching Rob Dyke videos. It was pretty cool. Good times. That cemented me as a fan right there. If it wasn't for really long, boring shifts at this job. So I actually owe my viewership and my fandom to Rob Dyke, to this security company. So thank you. Their golf clap. Thank you. Thank you.
That's actually interesting. I think he was, before I was even watching YouTube, like the first channel I was ever shown, like the actual, like an actual serious, like an actual series that had the amount of work put into it, like he puts into it. It was actually his channel. The very first video I ever saw of his was, it was a Twisted Tens episode about 10 deep web websites. If you remember that one, it was one of the earlier Twisted Tens.
Yeah, I probably saw it.
Yeah, that was the first one I ever watched, and then I like just went and clicked ahead of like with like to more of his videos, and I was like, "Oh, is this what he does? It's like an actual show?" Because I had no idea. I wasn't like, my preconception of YouTube at that point was like, it was like just like kind of a joke, like you upload funny videos and like home videos, and like some people will do like these really like low budge like tutorial videos and whatnot, but I never knew that like people actually made a living on YouTube and actually like came up with an idea for a show and then put out a video every week like a legit TV show. Like I was like blown away by it. So I subbed to his channel, and his channel was like the only one I watched. And yeah, I went through all of the Seriously Strange episodes in like a week or something. I don't remember how many he had at that point. Probably about 50 or 60. But yeah, I was like, he's kind of what won me over on the whole YouTube front.
Yeah, now he's uploading every single day.
Every day, and I can't keep up with it.
I can't either. And I mean, I think the only thing I don't like about the uploads he's been doing for the past month and a half is that he just narrates, he doesn't present. And I miss that. I miss seeing Rob Dyke presenting it, because it kind of reminded me of Unsolved Mysteries, you know, with Robert Stack. I miss that. It just seemed more intense, more powerful. It just seemed better. And it's not to detract from what he's doing now, because it's still good. It's just I miss that part of it. That dynamic was just really good. So I miss that. I hope he goes back to that.
Oh, I just said yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's going to. I mean, I'm assuming something with YouTube is going to have to change.
It's well, yeah, at first I thought he made that change because just because I assume he had to cut back a little bit, like fund wise. And so or it could have been a time thing because he decided to go to daily uploads. Maybe he didn't have the time to actually do the whole like host bit. Like actually like film himself like presenting the episode in front of a camera. Like maybe it was too time consuming.
I think it's a time thing.
Yeah, I'm guessing it was a time thing.
That's what I was thinking.
Which is unfortunate because like he really like it's kind of like that's what drew me to him in the first place was just his presentation.
Yeah.
Like I mean his voice is a huge draw point as well. Like he has a great voice for just announcing and hosting and whatnot. But like yeah, like I miss like seeing like him doing it.
Mr. Lonely Dark, ladies and gentlemen. Golf clap. Golf clap. Golf clap. Welcome to the stream.
I've arrived. First live stream ever. Or second live stream ever.
Second live stream ever.
I also think I'm lagging pretty.
Is your mic okay? It sounds a little crackly.
I think I'm lagging pretty bad.
Try are you on a like a same microphone I got, like a Blue Yeti? Try unplugging it and then plugging it back in and see if that fixes anything. Just thought.
Yeah, I just changed to the Yeti. Actually, I noticed that setting.
It's coming through all creepy
Actually,
now.
never mind.
Still waiting for another Mr. Nightmare upload. I think he just uploaded like a week ago. Now, that's what's weird about him is that he can go a month and a half to 2 months without uploading anything. He uploads a video, one video, and it'll get like 1 million views, and people still love the guy, and people don't forget about him. Other people don't upload for like a week, and everyone suddenly hates them, and their channel just kind of like starts to die, and they lose subscribers. It's so strange. YouTube is such an enigma.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I feel bad for everyone who's like trying to grow their channel. Like I've been told it's like it's more difficult now than ever to actually like grow a channel that you just started.
I mean, it's the thing is that, and what really gets me right now is that with the demonetization, they've really given a lot of channels zero incentive to even upload. And I'm not saying that people can't. I'm not going to fault somebody that had a channel that was successful and they were making money off of it, and then deciding, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this anymore, and have them and then say like, well, you know, you forgot why you started doing it in the first place. Well, the thing is that we don't know that person's situation. They might have gotten to a point where they were uploading every single week. The channel was actually making them some money, and they might have actually been able to make a living doing that and had to stop working a job because they couldn't do both full time. And when you're able to finally do what you love and make money off of it, you're now doing what we call a career. You're doing something you enjoy. You're not at a job. You're doing a career now. And if suddenly that's ripped away from you, you've got to kind of sit back and sort of reassess, because you have to look at it as, let's say you have a career and let's say you're a doctor or you're a lawyer or whatever, and you spent all that time going to school, earning your education, paying off your student loans, and you're now making a decent living, and then suddenly someone comes to you and says, I want you to keep working in the same capacity you're doing this, but I'm going to pay you an eighth of what you're making now.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. What do? Now you're going to be kind of torn. Yeah, you love what you do. It's what you want to do with your life. But at the same time, the thing that actually kind of kept you going and put food on the table is now gone. What do you do? So, see, and again, I don't make any money off what I do, so I'm not going to starve anytime soon. So, but I totally understand where people like that are coming from. So it's unfortunate that a lot of really good channels actually ended up kind of calling it quits. Even a couple of newer ones that I was actually really getting into that haven't uploaded for a while. And I hope they come back. I think they just got a little discouraged because it's rough. It's hard to grow, and it's, channels are disappearing, and I don't want to see YouTube die, but I want to see the problem go away. I'd like to see it fixed.
I think it'll get resolved eventually.
I hope so. Mr. Lonely Dark, where did you go? Are you gone? Where'd you go? You still with us? If you are, I can't hear a word you're saying.
I can see him, I can't hear him.
I see him as well. He is fixing his microphone.
Well, he's fixing his mic, yeah.
Yes, Dolly, get back to uploading, absolutely. And two, not ging. Yes, are we still going to start with that? Okay, if everyone can see that in the chat, make that a hashtag, and I want you to post that on Twitter right now. I don't know if it'll start trending. I think you have to have way more hits than that, but I don't know. Just do it for fun. Do me a solid. Do what I tell you.
Why can't you upload?
Yeah, Dolly, why can't you upload?
Oh, hi, Fear the Great White. How are
Fear
you?
the Great White. What's up, Fear Crawler, Heidi, and Mr. Lonely Dark? What's up? Just keeping it real. Congrats, Crawler. That's me. Thank you so much. Thank you. I could not have done this without all of you, all y'all. Oh, you don't have a laptop? Well, get a laptop, or get a desktop like me.
Walmart has like really cheap ones for like $300.
And he's back.
A lot better now.
Finally, there we go.
There we go. Now I'm kind of missing the creepy metallic-y voice.
We'll save that for a video.
Yes, indeed.
For video.
Unlike Fear Crawler, I have work tomorrow. Well, I don't know if you have work tomorrow, but I'm being cool and having wine, whereas Fear Crawler's having root beer.
Yeah, I work tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, well, I do too.
Yeah, I work 7 days a week now, so. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. yeah. And
Please tell me you're just waiting until you start this new job, or have you not found anything yet?
Oh yeah, that starts in 2 weeks. So actually a little less.
Okay.
I start the new job on the 14th. So
That's good.
then I'll have to work both jobs that day, but it's
So
at
that's
least
probably going to be like 20.
probably in the neighborhood of
Go
20
ahead.
hours or so, somewhere around there. It'll be a lot.
At least it's 2 different places, though.
That's true. Why so many hours? Because we're horribly understaffed, and I'm expected to pick up the overtime because we don't have enough people. The thing is that we're under a contract, and if since I'm in charge there, if a post goes uncovered, it's a contract violation, and it falls on me for not keeping that post covered. And if you get a severe enough contract violation, you will actually cost the company you work for the account at that place. And right now it's at an aluminum foundry. And this, I think I think this one account, I forget what the dollar amount is. It's probably like $500,000 a year is what the contract is worth. And I would not want to be the guy that, because I was afraid to work an extra few hours, cost my company that type of money. I would not want that on my resume.
I mean, granted, company logics are very bad sometimes, but wouldn't that be the fault of the company for not having enough employees to go around for the different places that they have contracts for?
No, absolutely, it would, but it would also fall down to they look at me and say, well, why couldn't you just work this shift? And
Yeah,
you'll always find that they will pass the buck, and they will they'll always throw it back to you if something happens. They'll never own up to an oversight that they made. Just like when they screw up payroll, somehow it's my fault, even though they're the ones that messed it up. It's the same thing. They'll always throw it back at me, and I'll always just say, okay, well, I'll take care of that. So
yeah, unfortunately, that's like when you accept the position of manager or supervisor or whatever, that kind of falls on you if
Yeah,
somebody
that's true.
doesn't show up, or if you're short staffed, it falls on you to pick up the slack. Unfortunately.
Enzo, hello, how are you? Enzo, is that Furlano? I'm probably butchering that. I'm sorry, but hello. Welcome to the live stream. The video I recorded today is under the uploading process until it'll be done in a few days. Oh, how long is this video? My goodness. Kitters G contract agency. It is. I do work under contract. I work for a private security company, and we get contracted out. So, the two accounts I work at are actually fairly large. I said it right. Oh, go me! I'm having an excellent Friday then. Awesome. Go me.
Are they both in the area where you're from? Like, would I know where these places are, or are they like random little towns nearby?
No. They're both local. So.
Okay.
No, they're big accounts, so they're both local. 6 minutes.
It's 6 minutes.
It's a 6 minute.
How
It's
bad's
6
your
minutes long.
Wi-Fi?
It's gonna. Yeah, it's 6 minutes long. It's gonna take days to upload. Oh, you
Let's
gotta
make
go.
balance.
Oh man, yeah. All right. Well, you take care. Send me the link when that video is uploaded. By the way, I wanna put that on Twitter. I wanna retweet the snot out of that.
I didn't know Sharks Can Fly had a channel. Let me see this.
Yes, Dolly, you can join. Please join. Oh, fun! I used to work through that's my reading comments voice. Oh, fun! I used to work through a contract agency for Dow Chemical Company eons ago. Being under a contract kind of sucks because you have so many stipulations. You have your company stipulations and the standards that they hold you to, and then you've got the client that you work for that holds you to their own company's policies, rules, regulations, and standards, and those two may or may not be the same thing.
What do
So,
you do if they're different?
if they're different, what you have to do is you have to talk to both sides of human resources and ask what a happy medium is going to be. And you're lucky if you can get direct communication to where that is ever resolved. So I just kind of gave up after a while. And I just, the pep talk with the team is, don't screw up today. Don't screw up. Don't make anyone angry. Just smile and say, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not good at that.
I had this guy walk in and say "sir" to me like 5 times, and it was the weirdest thing because, first off, I work at a cafe, and secondly, I don't know about like Sheboygan. I just said where you're from, but I would assume that I tried so hard, but I would assume nobody does there either. But nobody says like "sir" or "ma'am" here, so it's just the weirdest thing. It felt like it was like a weird like military thing, if anything.
And I could see that. I mean, some people say it here. Some people don't. If they know your name, they'll call you by your name. But
Yeah, it was a customer. It wasn't the porn one though.
I was gonna ask that. Was that Mr. Porn that said that to you?
No, actually, the porn was a girl. Actually,
Porn.
I was she was standing there for like 5 minutes when she when I like looked up her like rewards account, and I had to spend that like 3 or 5 minutes just not laughing at her name, and it wasn't easy.
Oh, Kidders, he had a customer whose last name was Porn. He tweeted it out on Twitter earlier, and he said he saw her name and had to like try really hard not to die laughing at it. If you're wondering what we're talking about.
Yeah. It
I'm lost, but okay.
well, yeah, it happened yesterday, and I mean that's really just the gist of it. Like her last name was Porn. That's it. Not very
Her
good
last name was
story,
Porn.
but yeah, I'm 12.
Oh god.
Maybe it had like maybe the O had a U sound to it. It was Pern. I don't know.
That sounds like a defense that you would have if your last name was Porn.
That you gotta think on your feet sometimes. That's what I was at. It's Pern.
You guys ever watch
or it's Prin. The O is silent.
Watch what, Heidi?
You guys ever watch Workaholics?
No, I've heard of it though.
That's like a line they always say in there. They whenever they say smoke a bowl, they go like schmirk a barrel. That's what Pern makes me think of.
No, Dolly, why can't you join the live stream? What did you do?
What? Go on your phone, Dolly. Do it from your phone.
What's going on?
Yeah, I also wonder what nationality that is. Caters, I was thinking the same thing. Where is she from? Where her name is?
Well, it's porn, so I would think American, or internet, whichever one.
Yeah, Dolly, I want you to. I sent you the link like 20 minutes ago. So yeah. Yes, come on, join the live stream.
Oh, good night, Ashley the hippie. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Good night.
Thanks for the congratulations.
English, Scottish, and Wales. Is that what you're saying, Kidders? I need to know.
Did you spend the time looking that up, or did you just find? I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm impressed that you actually looked that up.
It's English, Scottish, and Wales. That's
Scottish
interesting.
and Wales. It's very specific.
I would immediately change my last name. Then I would.
Well, the bad thing too is that she had two last names, so it's just like, why didn't you drop the second one?
Maybe she married. Maybe her husband's last name is. Porn.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine that wedding? Because like once in a while they like list like the last names.
Maybe, so I think maybe her husband.
And then what about when people would show up to like the their like the reception hall, and they'll be like, and like when they have it like divided, they have divided. Sometimes they have it like in a big area, and you've got different areas you have to go into, so you got to kind of find where they're having it. Oh, I'm here for the porn reception.
Yep.
Show up there like, where's the cake? And then they're like, oh, there's a different kind of dessert. It's a naked wedding too.
Oh, jeez.
You have to like pay the staff to say that because they're like they'll.
No. That's prostitution then, unless you get them on camera and then you're paying them to use their image. That's how porn works.
Oh, she went to ancestry.com to look it up.
And we're moving right along.
Let's change the subject. Oh, it's funny. Carrie messaged me and asked if you said let's change the subject again after she left.
Of course
yeah.
I did.
Well,
Of course I did.
this time it was kind of warranted though.
Yeah. Going off in all kinds of dark areas.
They're I'm pretty
Wasn't dark,
impressed
it was
with
just very-
Monster and Carrie when they're in your stream though. They're pretty reserved when they're here.
That's true. Because I tell them they have to be. Can always say keep it PG, and it we always end up at like this like really hard PG-13 rating after a while. So
Unless I'm like missing something from Carrie, like Carrie's usually not that bad.
oh, Miss Monster riles everybody up though. She
Monster's
That
really
is
bad.
true.
she finds a way to bring it out of people. So
Like someone saying porn table for 10. Oh, this is great. I'm sorry, we're supposed to be moving along.
They're in jail for some sort of controversial. They're in jail for a controversial reason. The signs just read free porn.
Oh god, too much.
Dolly, waiting. Where are you? You're supposed to be on this.
Oh god, I was gonna say something and I completely forgot. You're distracted.
Thinking too much about the porn thing.
Oh no, I was gonna say Carrie's not. Carrie, she's usually not like. She doesn't like start the bad talk, but like.
But she'll encourage it.
Oh, she'll absolutely encourage
Oh,
it.
yeah.
She loves it. She lives it vicariously through other people who are willing to start it.
She's.
Oh,
I feel like that's why she like stalks all of the horror people, just because I think she wants to do it, but she just hasn't yet. Like made a YouTube account.
yeah, MLG. I know you're confused and you don't know what's going on. I honestly don't know what's going on either right now. They were discussing a funny last name that happened to be porn, and then it kind of exploded from there. So I don't know what topic we were on before that. I don't know if we can work our way back to it or not. It might be too far gone at this point, but that's
I don't remember either.
it's kind of where we're at right now. I think we were talking about horror narrations and 400 subscribers and how awesome that is.
Oh, there you go.
Suddenly it kind of got away from us. So that's
Yeah, so like I guess going off of that, like what's something you find difficult about the narration, video making, whatever process?
I suck at it.
What part of it?
I always flub my words. So if you were to listen to the outtakes of everything that I have, if I'm recording like a 4-minute or 5-minute video, it's literally half an hour of me just dropping F-bombs because it keeps screwing up lines. Or a truck will go by and I'll just be like, stupid effing truck, and I'll just it's very colorful. So
I thought you didn't drop F-bombs.
I don't I'll do it in a video if I'm doing a video for somebody else on my own channel. I won't, to keep it very much PG. And in real life, I'm really trying to control my swearing, but when I'm frustrated and I'm alone and I'm recording, you just let it all fly,
I'm the exact same way. But actually I'm also the same way in the sense of like talking, because in real life I either just like drown out the last part of a word, or I'll like stumble over words and whatever. I also like talk fast, so it's a good thing that editing's a thing, or else I'd just be screwed. Usually a lot, like at least five or six different like stumbling over like something or whatever else, and it could be just like a 5-minute video. It's bad. Though the only one that I absolutely hate that I did is like the Anansi's Goatman story, which I would assume you've heard of. That thing was, I don't know if it was actually pulled from 4chan, but the way it's written, I'm sure it probably was. It's just very sloppy, tons of swearing, and like swearing I can do with a story, but if it's constantly, it's just very awkward because I don't talk that way. And things just like really weirdly worded. I don't know. I'll send it to you later if you want. But like basically, it was like it's a 20-minute story in itself, and there's an extra like 10 minutes of me like swearing and just like screwing things up because of how bad it is.
Yeah, send that to me. I mean, I've had stories like that where sometimes if you get something off Reddit, you'll have a really good story, but somebody will kind of screw up the spelling, the sentence structure, and even the way the paragraphs are arranged, and parts of the story will jump around. And I've actually had it where, without rewriting the story, I've actually put parts of paragraphs where they belong because the chronology was wrong somehow. Or there'll be lines I'll take out because I feel that they're redundant. And some of them I can't. If something is just too hard for me to read, I won't read it.
Oh yeah.
I've gotten emails like that, and I couldn't make sense of the story, so I had to kind of figure out what they were trying to say.
Mhm.
And then I would say, well, this is what I got from your story. Let me know if I can use this, and I'll just write it like this, and let me know if that's okay. I don't change the story.
Right.
I just make it make sense.
No, for sure. I sent that to you on Twitter. But the thing is that it wasn't on Reddit or anything. It was actually published on the Creepypasta wiki. So that surprises me that they would have let that happen. But I don't know.
What
Yeah,
do
I
I
think they're
use?
picky with their rules, I think.
Yeah, what do I use to edit? Well, all the audio I record using Audacity because, well, it's free. But for editing, right now I'm using Sony Vegas version 11, which I think is very outdated. I think it's there on like 13 or 14 now. But
Just
it,
recently,
yeah, the versions are not that different for what I need to do. So the even version 9 works just fine. So that's what I use for all my editing and stuff like that.
what do you use, Mr. Lonely Dark?
Audacity for recording and also editing audio, and then I bought this like $50 program for video editing. But I also started like making intros for people like Ghost Bloodhound and Above the Grave, just because I want to practice a bit. So, and I want to do more like on my channel for like videos and like intro stuff. So I might upgrade, but I don't know. I like Audacity for audio. I mean, it's easy to use. It's free, like Fear said, and yeah. What about you?
I use I try to use Audacity, but it doesn't like my file type that I
Do you like export it as a weird thing?
well, no, it's just I record on my phone because I find the audio quality is better than with my Snowball.
Okay. Really?
And yeah, but the yeah, like I'm actually quite surprised how okay it is.
Mhm.
And then anyways, I transfer the file to my computer through Bluetooth, and then when I try and put that file into Audacity, Audacity won't take it. It says it
Yeah.
won't take that file type, so I don't know what that issue is. So I'll use Audacity eventually, but not currently because it won't take the file. But for video editing, I use Sony Vegas Home Studio 13,
Mhm.
which it's normally costs about 70. I paid about 40 or 50 for it because they give you a coupon when you use their free trial first. So if you're looking for editing programs, Kitters, yeah, I would recommend, and depending on your experience level or where you want to start off on, any of the Sony Vegas programs, there's so many of them. They're all really good. For just starting, if you've never edited before, you can start off with the free program that comes on your computer, which would either be Movie Studio for Windows or iMovie for any kind of Apple computer, which I've actually heard very good things about, even though I'm not an Apple myself.
Heidi, I'll send you the links to them, but I don't know if they're actually slow. But when I was in Japan, I used it because I think I just didn't know what I was doing back then. But there's websites where you can convert like different file formats to MP3,
Yeah, there is.
and then yeah,
Yeah,
and then also
didn't want to do it.
I've
I didn't want to make a habit of it because it's kind of a pain in the butt.
sure I've been meaning to send you well, I guess because you don't use Audacity, it's kind of different for Sony Vegas or whatever. But or I don't know if that's what you said you use. Anyway, but there's like a little. I mean, like it doesn't like detract from anything, but there's like a little, not hum, but like a little like background noise because of your mic in your videos. And there's like ways you can like reduce the noise of that. So
Yeah, and I know
um,
you with Audacity, but I can't use
yeah,
Audacity.
right.
Yeah, actually, yeah, my yeah, I was shown how to do that the other day, and it actually worked really well. But
Yeah.
yeah, I can use Audacity, I can't do it.
I did that for the Booth World stuff actually, because when I like got your whatever back in April.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, eventually, I'd like to do that.
Mhm. I think Dr. Creepin still uses his Snowball mic. I'm sure. I mean, and he doesn't have the issue, so I mean, he could probably suggest something for for you. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be open to it because, like, yeah, I still have the mic, and like, I don't know why it doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I mean, he seems pretty friendly, so I don't see why he wouldn't respond to you in that sense. So, um, just find out how to contact him, and I'm sure that he'd get back to you. Plus he's in Europe, so if you did it now, I mean, he'd probably get it back to you by the time that you wake up. If he's free enough to today, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still using a snowball. He got that from Unit 522.
Mhm.
So, I'm not sure about. See, here's what I do. I mean, I've got a pop filter, obviously, and the thing is that the room I record in, it's actually, um, it's everything is like wood floors, and I don't have a lot of stuff on the walls, and I've got French doors next to me, so there's like an echo there. So what I do is I actually put a pillow behind the microphone, and I turn it a little bit to the side, so that way it kind of muffles the sound a little bit, and it's just some sound dampening. And the closer you get to the microphone, the less background noise you're going to pick up. The only problem is that the closer you get, the more bassy your voice is going to sound. So I just kind of keep the pop filter maybe like about 4 inches away from the microphone itself. And then I get within about an inch or two of the pop filter when I speak, but that's just me.
Oh, okay.
I have like
you just got to play around with it. I mean, it took me, I mean, I'm still figuring out all the settings. Every video sounds a little different. So.
I just have a lot of like panels set up like in like a 5 square, well, I guess 5 foot because there's 1 square each. I mean 1 foot each, but and then I usually like sit like where I am now to record, which is a little louder. And then if it's like a dramatic part, I might like go in closer like this. But I don't know, it's just being creative and figuring out what you like best.
True. I guess part of the reason I don't really try it very often was because last time I did it was with the story me and Miss Monster did together on my channel, which was like, it took like 22 minutes to record. And then by the time I was done, I listened to it back and it sounded terrible. And I was like, oh great, that's like a whole 22 minutes of recording out the window. Like,
do you mean for your room or for the mic?
What?
Do you mean it sounded terrible because of the way your room is or because of the mic?
No, it was because of the mic.
Oh, okay. But yeah, there's these like really cheap foam panels too. They're like I don't know what it is in Canadian. I think it's a little bit more because that's just the way it works. But it's like 15. No, they raised it to $20 for 12 panels, which really isn't bad considering alternatives. But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't help the mic, but I mean, it just if you wanted to like add that.
Yeah, I thought about doing that too. Eventually.
Zach Wizardman, are you asking about the email you sent me? I want to say maybe a week ago, where you sent me that story. I did reply to that one. I don't know if you replied back to it, but I asked if that was the story you wanted to do. So, yeah, no, I got that email. I don't know if you mean that you sent other emails, but if you did, the last time I checked my emails was this morning, so I didn't say anything after that. If you can't afford the foam panels, empty egg carton works all right for treating your recording area. That sounds like a great idea. Thank you for that suggestion, Mother Creepypasta.
But then you have to buy all of those eggs.
Yeah.
It would take a while. I could just eat all of it.
Oh no, Dolly, no, don't leave. You're muted. No, you come back. No,
What?
come
No,
back.
Dolly, we invited you. Come back.
Dolly, come back. Come back.
We wouldn't invite you if we didn't want you here.
Oh, you're doing something? Oh, I'm sorry. Come back though.
You can interrupt us and join. I mean, that's how. I mean, I guess that's just how you join.
I'll eat all the eggs in the world, Mother Creepypasta, and then I'll take your advice and put the egg cartons all over the room.
That's a big room if you eat all the eggs in the world.
All the eggs in the world.
All the eggs in the world.
Just chicken eggs, or do we mean like all the eggs?
Throw some ostrich eggs in there.
You were muted. Oh, well, I didn't mute you. Well, come back.
If you click on...
Come back. Dolly, come back.
There's 5 dozen packs for eggs.
Wow.
Why do you need so many eggs?
I've only ever seen. Oh, I think I know what she's talking about. You can get eggs that are like on a tray that are like
Okay.
cellophane wrapped. Have you seen those?
Only at work.
It's like
But-
a big tray. It's like the kind when McDonald's orders their eggs. They
Oh
order
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. I used to work at McDonald's.
yeah, they get like big trays of them.
Yeah,
For all the sandwiches I'm gonna go order.
yeah. It's like stacks of like 6 different like 30 eggs for like each stack too. It's crazy.
I love how random the conversation has been for like the last 20 minutes. How we can't seem to pick one topic. And ostrich egg, oh geez, that's like I read that was like the equivalent of 3 dozen eggs, one ostrich egg.
They're pretty big.
I don't know if I could eat one of those. I just don't. I like eggs. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think I could do it.
It's probably equivalent to like I would by the size of it, based on what I've seen, I would say it's like equivalent to like it's probably about 6 or 8 eggs. They're quite big. If I'm not mistaken, it's the largest egg. It's like the largest bird egg on the planet.
Talk about my favorites. Oh, but Dolly, you're my favorite. Get back on the live stream. Hurry
Get
up.
back first. She has to get on.
Yeah, hurry up. Can't run this all night, you know.
Well, you could. It just
Oh, I
matters.
could. I mean, would anybody be listening after that? No. I'm gonna be very hard pressed to figure out how I'm gonna edit the description of this particular live stream because I have no idea. The topics have been so varied.
Oh, you can just do
Random nonsense.
yeah,
Random tomfoolery
and then you put me in
with special guests.
put her name in there. Yeah, just do that.
Dolly, why you make me wait? Why you do this? I wouldn't do that to you. Come on, it's me, Fear Crawler, your buddy. We have a history. Come on. Why you make me wait? When you do that, it reminds me of my childhood. Don't make me think of my childhood, Dolly. You don't want to do that.
Were you waiting for your dad to return from the store for a few years, or what was that?
Go out for cigarettes and never come back.
I don't like to talk about my father.
It's all right. He doesn't like talking about you either.
He's dead.
Exactly.
And not because I killed him. He really is dead.
Oh.
I didn't kill him. Dolly, there you are. I see you.
Okay, I'm here.
What took so
There
long?
you go.
Everything good? Everything okay?
I had to do something, but I'm okay.
You had to do stuff. Me too. I had to live stream. And you expected me to
wow.
do it without you.
Oh man.
I'm okay.
Kidder says an ostrich egg is 6 to 8 inches. I'm assuming she means from top to bottom. That's pretty big.
I'll take one.
I'll take one.
Just one though. I don't know if I could eat 2.
Oh,
So Dolly, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's been raining pretty badly over here.
And then there's a long pause.
There was a storm here earlier too. I don't know if I think it's done now. It didn't last very long. The sun's out now.
Oh god, I have pictures of how like before it started.
Do you ever get, you're in Texas, right?
Yes.
Do you ever get tornado warnings?
Yeah, I do.
So not to like interrupt Heidi, even though I'm exactly doing that. So people in Wisconsin just, at least I don't know about fear, but where I'm from in Wisconsin, people just kind of ignore tornado warnings. Like they're just like, oh, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Does that happen in Texas too? Because like my cousin is from Texas and she's kind of paranoid about tornadoes, but I don't know if that's her or if that's a Texas thing.
Well, where I'm from, I don't get tornadoes where I'm from, but let's see, Convention in Canton, and then Arlington has like some tornadoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's from like Dallas, so like I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
You found me from Rainbot. That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's awesome. I wasn't sure if anyone would. When Phantom of Darkness messaged me on Twitter, it's like, "Hey, Rainbot gave you a shout out." I was like, "You're a jerk. Shut up." He's like, "No. Here's a screenshot." And no, it's not Photoshop. So I watched the video. I'm like, "Holy cow, she did. That's amazing." See, now I thought, oh, Rainbot's not going to know anything about my channel. I mean, we had the occasional like Twitter exchange, and that was all had to do with the demonetization and how she was frustrated about it. And I gave like my insights on it and like my thoughts on how it was odd that they would demonetize like a horror channel from telling a scary story, but which is something you do in summer camp in 4th and 5th grade. Yet they'll be more than happy to show an ad for an unedited and uncensored ad for an R-rated film at the beginning of a video. So I thought that was such an odd thing, that these are the sensitive advertisers that don't. Well, we don't want that in our quality programming on, for our wonderful products. We don't want that on those disgusting videos. I mean, come on now.
Well, the problem too now is kind of how they're classified. From what I remember, this could have changed, probably didn't, but somebody kind of leaked like a like category selection thing that advertisers can choose from, and there is no horror section. It's just like I don't know if it's listed as like controversial or whatever else, but it's like a very vague category.
And that's the thing, is YouTube's guidelines are also extremely vague. Things that could be things that could be like things that could be offensive. Well, what define offensive? Offensive is such a broad thing.
Yeah, they've never been good with communicating anything.
I mean, we tell scary stories. You can go into any children's library and find a scary story.
Yeah.
Everything I've done on my channel is either stuff that people's real experiences, or stuff that was taken from news articles, or stuff that was shared with me, or stuff that people have emailed me. It isn't. You're not going to read it and vomit. You're not going to. It's not going to. It's supposed to be kind of scary. It's supposed to be unsettling, but it's not. Do I think it's offensive? No, not in the least bit. It's stuff that you're gonna find. There was worse stuff that I found in a book that I read when I was 14 years old, in a young reader section. There were worse stories than the stuff I've shared. So come on.
Yeah,
Right.
but people the age of like where people are offended by just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
People have to tread lightly.
What are all the other channels that Rambot? I know. Let me think. There's quite a few. I know Swamp Dweller was one of them. He's a cool guy. His channel has exploded in the last few months.
It's been exploding.
It has absolutely exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second collab I ever did was like for his 3,000th subscriber one, I think.
And
that was back in February. Yeah.
And now he's over 10,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's some YouTube voodoo right there.
Oh yeah.
How he do that?
I guess he thinks it's largely from he did a lot of Dogman stories at first, and people didn't really do those. At least that's his guess.
Oh,
that's possible.
Okay.
X-Men Cartoons is in the house. What would you rather shoot lasers out of? Your eyeballs or your elbows? Think carefully before you answer. Well, hang on. I guess I'd have to answer that question with another question.
Mm-mm.
Do I have full agency over the time and the duration and the temperature of the lasers that shoot out? Or is it just going to be a sporadic thing that I have no control over?
Yeah, is it
Because-
similar to Superman or is it similar to Cyclops?
Can,
Which
can I
one
pick?
is it?
Can I pick and choose?
That's a valid question.
I mean,
Okay.
if like for example, if I say my elbows and I'm putting my elbow on my
You only
desk,
shoot them when you only shoot them when you sneeze.
Oh gosh.
I only shoot them. Oh boy. Oh,
But
see, the
It's
problem
when
is, the problem is that the reflex response when you sneeze is to put your hand or your elbow up over your face.
well, that
Okay.
and for
So
most
then,
people,
so it's going to be aiming somewhere in the vicinity of somebody somewhere.
well, and for most people, you instinctively close your eyes when you sneeze.
Yeah, I
Forgot
mean,
why, but
are my eyelids immune to this?
well, you can
Or
train your eyes to not close when you sneeze.
Oh wow.
Yeah, some people can do that.
I
Yeah,
must.
Yeah.
they can.
I'll seek out the stage advice of Chuck Norris. I understand that he sneezes with his eyes open.
Oh.
He also
Actually got a
wins.
subs-
He can win a game of Connect Four in only 3 moves.
I actually
the
got a new subs.
He can do a wheelie on a unicycle.
Oh, he said you lose your eyelids. Your eyelids are not-
Okay, Mr. Light of the Dark, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't know the movie that he's producing, but or working on or whatever. But I'm actually talking with a new subscriber of mine who has like another small channel, and he is working on a movie that it's like a small budget movie that has Chuck Norris in it. So that's pretty cool.
That's gonna be awesome. You only shoot them when you sneeze,
Yeah.
and you will lose your eyelids. So, boy.
But then if
Okay.
I mean, you
but
can only
then
lose
you're-
your eyelids once. You know.
exactly.
I might have to go with eyes because if it's my elbows, I mean, I could like let's say you sneeze and you kind of like hunch over a little bit and you crouch and you pull your elbows in towards your stomach area,
Oh
you
god.
cut yourself in half. And I mean, how strong are these lasers? I mean, are we talking like cuts through a wall? Is it just? Are we talking like LASIK lasers where they just kind of like burn a little bit? What are we talking about here?
Or it's just like lightsaber like shoots out of your elbows.
Ooh.
That would be dangerous.
Yeah.
These
Oh,
lasers have been known to slice plants. Well, I mean,
Oh.
boy,
Well,
you
in
can't,
that sense, it'd have to be a pretty big laser because the way they work, I mean, they're basically light, unless they're like the energized Star Wars ones where it's encapsulated
God.
in.
boy,
Sorry, I'm
you
going. I'm
kinda
starting
be-
to go full nerd. Sorry.
you'd kind of be screwed at that point, wouldn't you? I mean, if it's going to slice the planet in half, I mean, how many times can you sneeze before you've obliterated everything
Uh-huh.
in the solar system? I mean,
Superman accidentally. Superman accidentally sneezed out a sun once.
What?
Yeah, back in the 50s, he was
my
crazy.
God.
He was insanely strong,
Mm.
to the point where he could do stuff like that. And what else? I forget what else he did, but that was a thing that's
What
still
the heck?
referenced.
How's that possible?
this is no gift.
Going
It's a
to-
curse. Yeah, you can say that again.
Oh god.
Echo Oblivion says, congrats. Thank you so much. Welcome to the
Aw.
stream. I appreciate that.
How sweet.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to get going now because we have a
All right.
movie to watch.
Oh.
Thank you for having me and
Thanks for
congrats.
being on.
We'll be at
Oh,
500
okay.
be at 500 very soon.
Bye.
Bye, Heidi.
Bye.
All right, good night, guys.
Good night.
Night night.
Good night.
Oh, it's a curse. Yes, it is, Axeman. Yes, it is. That would be. We're still talking. Why are we still talking about the lasers and the?
that's-
I love how random you are. You just
It's not ging.
nutking. Yeah. Oh, you just got here,
Bye, Axeman.
Axeman. All right. Well, take care, Axeman. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the support.
Oh. Oh, bye.
Why everyone leave? What I do?
What happened?
What happened? Who dare?
Who dare?
I'm looking at my arms right now, and they are really sunburned. And I'm just noticing that as the stream is progressing, they are actually getting worse. So
Oh no.
I'm afraid to take a hot shower after this because it's gonna hurt. But it's also been a hot,
Oh.
sticky kind of day, and I don't want
Yeah.
I don't go to bed unclean. That's just me.
See,
That's me.
I'm pretty lucky. I'm incredibly white, but I never burn. I just tan.
Same here. Same here.
X-Men. I just came by to see if I could derail the conversation into an epic tangent of nothingness. My work here is done.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what it's been the whole time.
Thank you. Thanks, X-Man. Thank you. Gee, we've been 2 hours and 15 minutes now. We've been streaming, and I don't know that we've ever stayed
Whoa.
on one topic longer than about 4 minutes before going off in a totally different direction. So yeah, welcome to the live stream, everyone. 400 subscribers. Woo! Yeah, that's
Yay.
why we're here. Yay! Thanks so much, guys.
Exciting.
But it sounds like really sarcastic. I'm sorry. I really do appreciate it. Gee, and you can tell I don't plan anything when I do these things, obviously.
Oh.
We're not going by the script, ladies and gentlemen. No, this is all wrong.
Well, the alternative is everyone, the large audience of 4 people in the chat, send us the most random questions that you can possibly think of.
There's only 4 watching now, but you just wait. This thing's gonna go viral.
Only 4?
Even if there was only 1 person, that's somebody that actually wants to listen. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
How
This will be
sweet.
really my biggest stream.
Yeah, I don't care about care
Wow.
about the numbers. You know, it's
Right.
I love the
For
quality
sure.
of the people, the quality. You have your quantity. I have my quality.
I have no quantity. I've never done I've never hosted a live stream.
Well,
Oh.
you should. You almost did though, but you had some technical issues.
Yeah, I like made this video of I'm gonna do this on Sunday, and then it was like, hey, my internet's not working, so I
Oh
still have those
no.
videos up, but yeah, I'm hoping sometime soon. I have friends coming this weekend, and then next weekend, if my mom's
Mm-hmm.
doing well, her and my aunt might visit because, I mean, like it's kind of a normal thing now at this point, just because like it's happened a lot. But my mom has schizophrenia, and once in a while it acts up, and she has to like go into the hospital for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's out within like a week or 2. So if she's up by then, I figured I'd have the 2 of them come and visit just because why not?
Yeah.
So maybe next weekend or the weekend after, but once I know, I'll start grabbing people to join me.
Sure.
Sweet.
Sounds
Don't
cool.
forget about me. Don't forget about me.
Oh yeah, no, you and Heidi. I mean, not really favoritism, but you and Heidi were just the first 2 I was gonna grab because I've interacted with you the most. I feel. I mean, just like in the sense of like Twitter stuff. I mean, like I've maybe you guys know who Sam Marduk is, but he's kind of known for like writing horror stories.
I've heard of him.
Him and I talk a lot, but he
Yeah.
doesn't do anything like on YouTube. So I'm trying to like get him to do something.
Oh.
But he'd be like Phantom of Darkness level inappropriate, I think, based on his tweets, whatever. But he's a good guy, so I don't know. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised Phantom isn't here. Normally he stops by just
Yeah.
to shake things
Yeah.
up a little bit, but
I
I think he's probably just staying a little quieter than usual lately.
that could be.
Yeah.
Man, it's getting late. You guys want to keep going with this for a few more minutes, or should we just wrap it up?
I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm fine with either one, but I was
That
saying I'm fine with-
was 2 distinct, 3 different questions. You do
I
realize.
know. I meant I'm
Whichever.
fine with staying around, but either one's all right, I suppose.
All right, guys. I guess we'll go just a couple more minutes.
Okay. Kidders, yeah, thanks. It's I mean, it was harder to deal with growing up just because I mean, for years my mom was fine and like didn't have any issues. Um, and then like around the time that she was like late 40s, early 50s, so like near the end of high school is when like it got bad. Like one year I think she was in the hospital like 12 or 13 times in and out just at random intervals. But I guess that's like normal for like females with schizophrenia at that point in their life.
Mm.
But I don't know. Like I said, I mean, now it's kind of just normal that happens once in a while.
Mhm.
Although it has gotten less frequent though, so that's good.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that. I've had relatives that had like very severe health problems growing up, and one of them, my aunt, she actually passed away 2 years ago. She was diabetic, and she went into a coma. Yeah, and it was hard growing up because I used to see her when she'd have these insulin reactions and stuff, and yeah, it sucks because you don't expect things like that to escalate the way
Right.
that they do, and so.
Mhm.
You always think that they're fine, and then you watch this bad progression of things, and you're like, why is this happening so quick like this? And you
Right.
just gotta try to keep a positive head about it, and
Mhm.
Yeah, and spend time with them.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I'm getting all this is getting all like sad and
No, it's
like
fine.
oh man, this is sad. Say now I'm sad crawler.
No.
Uh,
Fear Sam's great. Expect a lot of sarcastically racist jokes.
Oh.
But no, I mean Sam's a good guy though. I mean, if you
Uh-huh.
interact with him, he'll interact with you.
it just means that everyone needs to lighten up. Doggone it, everyone lighten up.
Yeah.
Everybody stop taking everything so darn seriously.
What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo?
Uh.
I don't know.
One's a heavy animal and one's a little lighter.
Jeez.
Um.
My manager told me that one last week. It was great.
Oh,
I love puns so much.
puns.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh, we're at the point where Dolly is humming now. She's got a
Oh,
song
God.
in it. She's got a song in her heart that's going to her lips. Oh, jeez. Have we gotten to that point where Dolly's got to start humming? Yes.
Oh gosh.
This is the most epic live stream ever. Dolly's humming.
Oh God.
Everyone, head over to Fear Crawler's channel. Dolly's humming right now. Are you serious? Oh, I'm tuning in. Quick, thumbs up the video.
Yeah. Go subscribe to Fear Crawler and Mr. Lolling Dark.
Well, and you too. I mean, you can't just leave yourself out.
And myself, if you want to.
Although, if they're watching this stream, aren't they probably subscribed to Fear Crawler already?
Unless they're just discovering Fear Crawler. You never know.
Fair enough. I did tweet, so maybe.
That's awesome. If you have the chance to interview anyone from you featured on any of your videos, who would it be, alive or dead? Oh, yeah, autocorrect. Yes, autocorrect is awesome. See, the thing is that I don't think that I've ever really talked about anybody that that most of the people that I've talked about in videos were just if we're talking about videos on my channel and like the stuff that I've narrated, they're all just serial killers and
Oh.
weird people, and I don't know that one. I really sit down and have a
You could
chill-
always extend that to like
a chill
narrators
chat.
or like other people or
Yeah,
like
I mean,
authors.
if we're talking about like other people I've worked with, I mean, I've already technically talked to them, and I mean, I've semi-interviewed with them because we've talked on live streams and things like that.
Mhm.
But if I had to pick somebody that I don't know, any one person that I don't know, I'd be really hard pressed to pick somebody in one of my creepier videos. I mean, because like I said, we're talking about people that probably did like some bad stuff, and I don't know that I'd want to
Mm-hmm.
Because I worry that if I pick their brain and I would try to get inside their head a little bit, they might also get inside my head. I think that that's a two-way street.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't think I want that because I
Don't
don't
walk
want,
down that.
yeah, I don't want to question my place in the universe right now. I simply don't. Um, I have my safety net of I tell a scary story and people listen to it, and I don't have to worry about the interaction. I don't have to say. And it was at this point that the serial killer took the knife and plunged it into the victim's throat.
Oh.
Then the serial killer wouldn't be like, yes, but how does that make you feel? As long as I don't have that interaction, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Just tell me,
Yeah.
tell me about
Uh-huh.
I really want to read like letters and whatever that people like serial killers have written, but they're just so like I'm good with dark stuff and like I like crime scene photos once in a while just out of curiosity, but
Mhm.
I can't. I don't know. Just some things in there, just like about like children and whatever, just like doing things to them, like
I agree.
cannibalism and other
Yeah.
whatever. Like I couldn't read. I mean, like I can read things about cannibalism, I think, but just like the fact that they're real is the thing that I think is the fact why I can't get myself to do it.
Right.
I agree. I mean, I said this in like a previous live stream that I had a real hard time with the three serial killers never caught video because
Sure.
even though that's only talking about real crime and stuff like that, and it's no different than stuff you'd see on like the History
Yeah.
Channel and stuff like that.
Mhm.
A&E was doing stuff like that. True TV was doing stuff like that. Anytime it involves like children or animals, I have a real difficult time with it. And there were even some really great Reddit stories that I found that I that fit in a certain theme I was narrating, and I would start reading it like this story is incredible, and then I would get to a part where something was done to like the family dog or something like that, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to read this.
Oh,
I
no.
can't. Or anytime that anything happens to a child and it's if it's in a story that someone's saying, well, this happened when I was growing up, I stay away from those.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's lines I don't cross.
I can do it if it's a like a fake one. I mean, just like a creepypasta or whatever. But I don't know. I think like my one like cutoff is like sexual, whatever, just like fucked up stuff like that. But for like fictional or not.
Mm-hmm.
Journals, yeah, the criminal like
No,
the criminal journals, yeah.
rape.
Oh,
No, I was saying rape stuff is.
Oh no, in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I didn't notice that for a minute.
Yeah, no. I hear what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
And there's some stories that some people have shared, and I like their channels, but there are certain videos that they do where
Sure.
they narrate certain stories and creepypastas that I can't listen to.
Mhm.
And I'm not a lightweight by any means because
Yeah.
I mean I do like true crime and stuff like that, but when you write a short story or someone puts one out there, you have full control over how it happens. When we're talking about true crime, someone didn't have a choice, and that's the victim.
Right.
You're simply
Mhm.
talking about events, and it's factual. With a short story or anything like that, you're creating a narrative, and you have full control over how it's going to turn out. So you know where you have to draw certain boundary lines, and some writers just don't seem to see it the way I see it, and that's cool, and some people are okay with that. But things with, like I said, if it comes down to things with like animals or children, I would just
Sure.
I don't like it.
The one exception for me in terms of that is Picture This by Vincent Vanacava. Just because it's well done, and like I don't know, I just think it's really well done. Are you familiar?
I am actually not.
Oh, it's a longer one, but I'll send it to you.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll use my absolute favorite, Mr. Creepypasta, because who else would I use?
All right.
Right.
We are just about 2.5 hours in, so I think we'll wrap this up, guys, since it is getting late.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thanks
All
everyone
right,
for being in the chat. Thank you guys for being on the live stream and chatting with me too.
Thanks for letting me join.
Appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. I had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So So next time there's a live stream, it's going to be on Mr. Lonely Dark channel, and he's going to have it, and it's going to just go viral, and we're all going to be there.
Well, I don't know about
And-
viral, but there'll be. I mean, like, I'd like for all of us to like do different like story readings, and maybe I know the first one, which was the previous one I did to this, was back in February, and somebody like had this like setup where we could like play games and people could watch. So that would be fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Sounds
Yeah.
fun.
All right, well, everyone, take care, be safe. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great night.
You too.
You too.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.